What is up, my fellow Yeets? Today we're talking about school for the 7th time. Yes, this is part 7. I can barely believe it. But, so, I haven't posted in a while. Why is that, you might ask? I just forgot sometimes. And before you know it, it turns into 2 months that you haven't passed and that you haven't posted it. It's hard to believe that it's been 2 months, but it has. So, yeah, I've also just been kind of bored and just been. There's been some times where I want to upload, but then I just don't because I forget. And then, so it's not that I don't care about you guys, but it's just that I forgot about you guys. So now that I finally have you guys back in the small part of my mind that I actually care about, let's talk about school. So, school. I told you guys that we would get a school part 7 when this whole school year is done. Guess what? It's done. Thanks to quarantine, it's done early, so you get the school part 7 video early. I mean, it's exclusive content, but luckily you only have to pay me $1 a month in order to get this school part 7 video, so it shouldn't be too much. So today so what do I want to start with? It's so hard to start off with these videos because you have so many stories to tell and you don't know which one to tell first. I guess I'll go with I'll just go start with the classes. Actually, you know what? I have a story that I think anyone that participated in the story, well, at least not, I guess not the victim of the story, but anyone that really participated was in the story, other than the girl who I'll talk about later. I think anyone in the story can learn a lesson. Seriously. It's so worldwide and it's just very nice. So, cross country. Okay, I know I should save this for a school and after school activities and whatever it is video. Sports and after school activities, right. I know I should save that for a part 2 of that, but here's the thing. I don't want to, so we're gonna tell it here. So, school part 7, so cross country. We were, and I was, and with my friend, we'll call him Yammy. We'll call him Yammy. It's a he, but we're gonna call him Yammy because it's Yammy. So Yammy and I we're kind of just hanging out, and we're kind of doing, you know the joke. We're kind of doing jokes with each other. There's stuff on your shirt. Boom, boom. Yeah. Okay. I for some reason thought it would be a great idea to do it to a girl. I have witnessed my mistake. I've witnessed my mistake for 2 months. I don't. Why did I think this was a good idea? So, I go up to this girl. Let's call her. Let's call her Maya. Okay, let's call her Maya. And Maya that's not a real name, but let's just go with Maya because I want to respect their privacy. I mean, some people I don't respect their privacy, so I kind of can't reveal their name. But there's certain things that I do and do not do. This is one of the things I do. And so this is so Maya. I go up to her and do the joke, and I unaccidentally uppercut her in the eye. I don't know how that happened. I totally didn't unaccidentally punch her in the eye. So my sister She said I can reveal her name to you guys. Maddie is her real name. She's also the girl that I went ding-dong ditching with in these neighborhood shenanigans video. And that's also the video where I butchered the shenanigans, the word, because it's so hard to spell. Like, I don't even know how to. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Okay, hold on. Shenanigans.
Okay, here's what I found.
It's SHENANIGANS. Okay, I know that was off topic, but whatever. So my sister finds out and goes to tell the coach. A exaggeration of kind of what happened. Well, it did happen, but like the way she said it made me sound like I was like trying to punch her. So like, she went over and said like, I punched her. Well, I mean that's kind of what happened, but that's also kind of not what happened. So the coach comes up to me, grabs my shirt like this, and throws me, and like walks with me for a few steps, and then throws me on the ground, and like says, "You never touch her again." If I'm not mistaken, I think I learned this in American history. We had a whole unit about like laws and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's a such thing as that's against the law. It's called child abuse. I'm pretty sure we didn't learn about child abuse, but child abuse is a thing everybody knows about. So so if you do not, if the child is not yours, do not hit them, do not touch them, do not make them feel uncomfortable. And sorry for the cut there, guys. My dad came in and said he would go into the store, and so I spent the whole rest of the time just apologizing to everyone, and the lesson that now I'll share the lessons that everybody learned. I learned not to do jokes like that to girls. My sister learned to keep her mouth shut sometimes. And the coach, I don't know who learned this, but I hope he learned this. I hope he learned to not do child abuse. It's this thing you can get behind bars for, and I don't think he wants to be behind bars. He was a great coach and chill. And this happened, so I kind of get one, but still hard, I still don't think he should have been too mad at me. I'm pretty sure he probably got talked to somewhat, but I don't know, now we'll probably just go through the subjects. So we'll start with math. We'll start with a teacher, math. The teacher's really nice. I don't want to make up a name for him. You know, I'm just gonna make up a name for him. Let's just say Mr. Math, Mr. Algebra. Yeah, Mr. Algebra. I'm in high school algebra. Yes, I am bragging. I have the rights to. How he starts his day is with a joke. It's funny. That's how he starts every class, and it's really fun. And he's just a real funny guy. And then he ends the day with a really interesting fact, and it's nice to get that. And, yeah, but there is no but. Math was finally got hard for me this year. Now it was a kind of up and down thing. It was hard, then easy, hard, then easy, you know. Like, I think the worst thing, though, was substitution. Substitution. Why? Substitution, it was terrible. I didn't like it at all. Didn't like it. Terrible. So, why, what is substitution, you might ask? So what it is, now, let's see if I can, no, I have a piece of paper, right? I can, take pencil. So, I'll set up a problem for you guys. That is substitution. This is substitution. Wait, hold on. Right, you guys can't. Okay, this is you know what? This is substitution. I know this is probably backwards, or it might be backwards. It might not be. I don't know. But this is substitution. It's basically what you'd have to do is put this problem in for y, and for some reason that was really hard for me. I think why it was really hard for me is because that substitution is just it's because they never really give you the answer, and yeah, I never really knew why it was hard for me, but it was hard for me. I was getting nowhere usually, and once I did get somewhere, I didn't get the right answer, and I was like, I ended up like, it was like I was trying to go to Egypt, but I ended up in, I don't know, Africa. Wait, Egypt is now. Let's just say I ended up in so I was trying to go to Egypt, and I ended up in Alaska. Yes, that finally works. Okay. So that's really all I have to talk about in math. Let's go to social studies. This, where I finally have a teacher that's tying with Mr. Left for the best teacher ever. Baldi's Basics Man. I'm calling him Baldi's Basics Man because Baldi's a meme, and also because he's bald. I'm not making fun of him for being bald. I just don't have any other names to call him by, and bald is, I mean, that's one of his features. I don't think he would be too offended if I'm calling him, if I'm talking about him being bald, but so Baldi's Basics Man was actually incredibly funny. And Mr. Baldi's Basics Man, he's really nice and funny. The funny part is he's the football coach, but and he's kind of like the tough guy, but he also can be funny. Like, and that's what I like about him. He has a soft side to him. And I remember one thing that he always that he said to me was, and said to the whole class. I think we were learning about American Revolution, and we were learning about that, and he was talking about all the art, and like he had us do an essay on the art that had puppy dogs being shot at in them, and he made sure that we included they shot our puppy dogs in the essay, but they did not shoot our puppy dogs. We kind of exaggerated. So, sorry about the cut there. Why did I cut? Might ask. Oh, right. I said something really messed up. I don't know why I said it, but let's just move on. And I didn't really like what I said, so I cut it out. Editing, yay. So, so he's a really great guy. Mr. Baldi's Basics Man, but we didn't get him for the whole year, because principal at the high school was having some health issues, so everybody had to step up a level, and Mr. Baldi's Basics Man was asked to be the principal, which you kind of can't say no to that. I think you'd be fired for that, you'd be set on fire, and he would really need a fire extinguisher, and, you know, he's a good principal now. You know, as I said already, he's the coach for football. So he's really he can put on his tough side pretty easily. So if he needs to give someone a step, as you know, that's called from my other school videos, then he can easily. But that means luckily that that he's a pretty good principal. And who was the new teacher now? Mrs. E. Roll. I don't know why I can remember that name. I try to prepare these names, but I forget to prepare them sometimes. I sometimes prepare these names, sometimes I don't. For some people I do prepare names, so they don't. Mrs. E. Roll. E. Roll was in... I don't know how E. Roll came out of her. But whatever. Mrs. E. Roll. She's really nice. But she'll never be as good as Mr. Baldi's Basics Man. But that's really hard. So that's a good thing. So like, at least she actually did try to be similar to Mr. Baldi's Basics Man's teaching style, which means she tried some lectures, but most of the time she kind of just gave us packets, like a normal teacher. Now, next we go to ELA. We'll call this teacher Mrs. Reed, because Reed is related to ELA. ELA is fine. I get less and less interested in reading every year, so that happens. And I don't really like reading. It's reading. So there's really not a lot to talk about in there. She's nice, but not a lot to talk about her. But then we get to my science teacher. Okay. Why? I didn't like my science teacher. Why, might ask? She's just not good. She's like kind of just hard to get attached to. She's really just didn't like her. I tried to like her. Sometimes she can be good. Sometimes she's just not good at all. You know, sometimes that just bad part of people just ruins it for the whole time. And I would give her bad name, but you don't want to hear this bad name. So we'll talk about. So we'll say her name is Mrs. He doesn't. Fine. All right, Mrs. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Which really, Miss Bill Nye the Science Guy. She's the only kind of good part about her class was this mouse. We'll call the mouse. It's a mouse. I don't know if I'll respect its privacy, but I will. I just realized that I'm respecting the privacy of a mouse. What is my life? Oh we'll call him Bab. The mouse name is Bab, and the mouse Bab is just, it's always like, it's cute, but it's also like, always like, trying to get out, and it looks, it looks like she found it in the wall. It looks like Mrs. Bill Nye the Science Guy found it in the wall and took it out of the wall and put it in a cage because it's always trying to get out, and like it really wants out. It's not like just a regular mouse that wants out of like every place, but like it really wanted out. Like it was scratching at the walls like hundreds of times. It was trying everything. Like I remember one time it got on top of its water filter, and I was like, whoa, man. Okay. And did it ever get out? No. I don't know where that mouse is since it's a quarantine. On YouTube. What? No, it's a quarantine. Whatever. Quarantine. I will say it thousands of times. YouTube. Okay? Don't care. But thanks to that, to quarantine, I don't know what Bab is up to now, and that's really kinda it for all the classes. Any more stories to tell? Not. Well, I did flip a kid off, a girl off. I don't know why I did this. And there's really not a lot just to tell in the story. We were just playing a game in PE, and she was taunting me. I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm not saying that she deserved it, but she was taunting me. And I don't know why I did this. I was stupid. We were all stupid. We were all stupid back then. So, yeah. And recently, something that I did remember that we were doing is something that I recently did remember that we have done and we did in like elementary school is like the store thing in PE. It's really and I was like, oh my god, we did that, and it was like a whole like nostalgia moment. I was like, and like, so the whole thing was like you could buy things and by running laps, and you get money by running a lap around the gym, and so and you get $1 for each lap, and you can buy things for a certain amount of money. But the worst thing was you had to buy for drinks of water, and that's it. I remember that I would go, how I would do it is I would run 12 laps to get a scooter, which was exactly how much it was. I remember sometimes I would kind of go to 15 just so I could, that's just because I felt like it, and then for the rest of the time I kind of scootered around, not I didn't even sound it, but I would like held the handles, like run with my legs, and just kept running around the gym, getting laps and stuff. That was the best part. And I'm pretty sure like the highest priced item was $30 soccer net, and that's what everybody wanted. So, and I was like, yeah, I'll just do the scooter. And that was fun. That was the old times. Also, I don't know why I didn't talk about this while I was talking about social studies, but all this American history that we learned about wanted me to, and made me want to have a whole video where I explain American history. Probably be like a 3-parter, but if you want to see that, comment down below, and you'll get my perspective on American history. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, if you want that, like, comment down below, and I'll like, if we get enough votes down there, I'll do a video on American history and with my perspective on it, and like me explaining it, me all that stuff. So, is there anything I want to talk about? Is there anything else? I want to make sure that there's nothing else. Oh! Forensics. Forensics. No, I was not doing criminal forensics. But what I was doing is speech forensics. It's where you make speeches and speech out to people. This class made me want to do forensics in high school, so yeah. The teacher, we'll call her Miss Dutch, because she's also the German teacher, so we'll call her Mrs. Dutch. Mrs. Dutch basically had us use do 4 different units for 4 different types of speeches. Storytelling, which I absolutely hated. Maybe it was because it was the first speech. Sales, which is where you try to sell something. Storytelling is where you kind of tell a story and act it out. Then we have... No, it wasn't short. It was... This one's really funny. Oh, poetry. Right, it was poetry. Why did I forget that? And then, so poetry, we just kind of have to read poems that were related to each other. And then, the last one was, informational. And information, was my favorite. And I want to do this in social in high school, and I probably I talked about video games for that one, but I probably will. But well, actually, I really want to talk about Tetris in one of them, in the informational one, because Tetris is, and I think that one could actually be something I do, because Tetris is a video game that everybody knows. Well, everybody thinks they know. Here's one thing though. Remember how I said sales was second? I did a speech on the SNES Classic. It's a great system, kind of. I mean, it would be a great system, but give us 30 games, not 20 games. Like the NES Classic, it was $60. Now it's like 100, but you get what I mean. And now, and like the SNES, it was $80. Like, why? I get that it's 8 more bits, but why? I know this is off topic, but I'm just gonna keep going on with this. I know, why? It's the, I know it's 8 more bits, but you have less games. 10 less games. 9 less games. Just give us 10 more games. Give us Donkey Kong Country 2. Give us... No, I'll just stop, okay? I'll just stop rambling on against the SNES Classic Edition. But it's a great system anyway, so I did a speech on it, and it was nice, a good speech, but the reason I'm talking about sales now is because I told the teacher, Mrs. Dutch, one of the feedback that I gave her at the end, they do this thing, like, this feedback thing, the end thing, so, they have us do, one of the feedback I told her about is to put sales at the end. Why, you might ask? Well, hold on, let me do something. Sales is where you want to try sell something. If you do it at the end, it's after Christmas, and Christmas has already passed, and you get everything that you wanted for a long time. So, sadly, I was not able to try to sell people this. Due to me not having it. No, I don't have the SNES Classic, but I wasn't gonna build this. Like, look how hard this is to build. Like, I have to build a compartment for this thing, for this Sega CD thing, and there's not a lot of circular tiles in LEGO to build this. I have to build openable cartridge slot, yes, and I have to build all these switch. Like, no, I'm not doing this. No, it's just hard to build. So I ended up doing it on the SNES Classic Edition. I would have so done on the Sega Genesis Mini if she put it at the end. And she said, sorry about the cut there. I'm not even gonna say why I cut, because I don't want to say why I cut, and I'm too lazy to say why I cut. But I would have done on the Sega Genesis Mini if Mrs. Dutch put it at the end. And she actually agreed with me. She was like, yeah, I should have thought about that. And so I hope now that at least on the first semester, I think she should do it on the second semester too, since like then you let everybody's birthdays pass. So yeah, but I think she should have done it on the first semester and the second semester. Had Selfie last, which it's good that she is now. Yeah, the system is so fun to play around with. Like, open up the couch slot sometimes, turn the switches, press the buttons, light up the volume thing, pull out this thing every now and then. Yeah. So, that's basically gonna be it for this video. I know this video is pretty long. I think this is the longest school video ever. But, so, that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you like, the thumbs up button down there. And make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss another video of mine. And, without further ado, goodbye and don't sleep with turtles. Bye.